Bashkali once goes to one person called Badhwa, and he requests Badhwa to teach him the science of the self, or to teach him the secrets of the self. In other words, Bashkali asks Badhwa to teach him Atma Vidya. Badhwa agrees, and then Bashkali requests him to start teaching. And Badhwa keeps on looking at Bashkali with the fixed gaze. But Badhwa does not speak anything. Bashkali is waiting that Badhwa will start the teaching. And after some time, Bashkali again asks Badhwa, I have requested you to start the teaching session on Atma Vidya, or the secrets of the self. Again, Badhwa keeps on gazing at Bashkali with the pleasant face, with the emotionless, feelingless, plain and calm face. Bashkali waits for some more time. Bashkali, for the third time, again opens his mouth and asks Badhwa, I have been requesting you to start teaching the secrets of the self, but you have not started your teaching at all. Now Badhwa opens his mouth and says, I have been teaching you from the last few minutes, and you have not been listening. Now Bashkali asks, when you have been teaching, you have not been talking at all. Now Badhwa says, that is the teaching. The secret of the self cannot be a sound, cannot be a voice. The secret of the self is silence, because the self is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Silence. The self, or the consciousness, is governing the whole of the universe by means of its own predefined laws of nature or laws of universe. And it is silent. It has no compulsion or intention to speak about itself. Whenever there is a question, there is an answer. But when the question is oral, the questioner expects that the answer comes through words. But the questioner is questioning only to exhibit the ego. And this ego is present only with those organisms who have brain. Plants and trees do not have brain. They don't have ego. In nature, anything else does not have ego except the creatures that are having brain. The brain is imparted to the moving creatures only because they will have to remember the experiences of their movements. And that is when ego was also constructed, by using the brain. So when the ego is involved in query, there cannot be another ego satisfying this particular ego. You as an aspirant asked me to teach you the secrets of the self. But as a self, how can I speak? As an ego, I can speak again about the self. But if you want me to teach about Atma Vidya, I should teach through my silence only. Because only when you are silent, only when your ego is undisturbed, only when your mind is calm, then you realize that you are the part of that self. How else do you expect me to teach you? Now it was Bashkali's turn to remain silent. This is a very beautiful story. All over the world, there are immense faith systems, immense religions, immense methods of rituals, immense ways of trying to please God, immense ways of prayers, immense ways of worships. What for? To please God. The people who make a great effort to please God are actually pleasing their own ego as such. You need not please God in any way because God is not an ego to be pleased.